Yeah, and we got some more PGL nights to go over, as we already talked about what nights?
We talked about Wild Wednesday, I know, and I know we talked about the Vikings game day.
But just yesterday, we have every single Tuesday at 6:40 every single Tuesday. We got Megasota game night.
Yes.
It's got great PGL games. You got a Jackpot Jungle coverall that's over $12,000 that you can win in 54 balls or less. So it's a lot of fun. You get to see the bedazzled mics of Tony and Nikki, and they're always trying to give out lots of ginormous jackpots.
That is true, not false whatsoever. So yeah, the special night is special this week, but we basically all the way through the football season, we always do 3 PGL days, and so it's always super fun. But one thing we do each and every day is we always check in on the national days.
Yeah, and this is a great national day that I feel like everybody should celebrate.
100%. And I just saw, so during my broadcast, my phone was blowing up like it does during every broadcast. I don't know why it is that everyone wants to message me and call me, and maybe I just don't recognize it when I'm not on air.
Yes.
But literally, like, after I got off air with my 2-hour broadcast, I looked at it, and I had 30 text messages.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I had like 20 emails. So just during that 2 hours. And so, so anyways, but one of those was from Domino's, and they were like, it's National Brownie Day, get a pizza and a brownie. And I was like, why didn't I think of that?
Genius.
That's a genius idea.
A pizza and a brownie?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
This is the easiest combo I've ever heard of.
It's National Brownie Day. Yeah, in the United States, the chocolate brownie is a favorite, but we got a winner.
We got I Am Here over at Sherry Sports Saloon, taking home that $15 Musco prize. And we got good old Ben walking in, and he's got one half to the duo that we want, and that's a pizza and a brownie.
Yeah, he looks like he's down about 3/4 of a hot and ready over there as he's getting some work done over on the production side of things and eating some pizza, or maybe not, just eating pizza maybe. But we're working on a $6,215 large frame. Looks like one of the studio audience members trying to grab one of his pieces of pizza. Oh, it's chaos here in the studio. We got, but we were talking about National Brownie Day. Yes. So it says, the chocolate brownie, which I totally agree is a favorite. It's a favorite of mine.
Oh, yeah.
But they say a blonde brownie, which doesn't even make sense to me, running a close second. A blonde brownie is made with brown sugar and no chocolate. It is often called a blondie. Yeah, it's a blondie. It's not a brown brownie. It's a blondie.
It's
a blondie.
It's a blondie.
It's a completely different thing.
Yeah, not a blonde brownie.
Who writes this script? I don't know.
We need some changes around here.
Oh, changes are coming, my friend.
Oh, we got first loser over at the 1319 Woodfire Tavern, taking home that large frame Musco prize of $24. Now we got a Musco prize going out in the coverall.
Dee over at Beer Stube Inver Grove Heights, winning that $31 on that coverall. Beer Stube Inver Grove Heights, of course, where that Vikings bingo jackpot went out earlier today. So hot location. If you're in the area, you might want to hop over there.
Okay, so brownie question. Would you rather have cookie dough or brownie bites in your ice cream?
Ooh. I actually think this is weird because I'm a big brownie fan.
Yes.
But I think I'm going to go cookie dough.
I'm a brownie bite guy all the way. A little bit of chocolate ice cream with brownie bites in it can never go wrong.
See, I'm vanilla with chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah, I mean, that's a classic combo.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll have to get Nikki what she says.
Yeah. Are you a chocolate ice cream with brownie bites in it?
I agree with that combo, though. The chocolate with the brown.
Oh, you got to make it deluxe chocolate. Like
I'm a guy that I'd also say throw some caramel in there, throw all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, like I want syrup. I mean,
Just,
if I got the real choice, I'm picking brownie dough and cookie dough in the mix.
Yeah.
Like you double down on it.
I'll tell you about this. I mean, if you talk about an actual brownie, right? She's going cookie dough all the way. All right, vanilla ice cream. All right,
Yeah.
good choice, Nikki.
Maybe I'm just crazy.
Yeah, but like when you talk about like those old Sundays, like it makes me think of the old Big Boys.
Yes.
I don't know if this is relatable in Minnesota if they've got the old Big Boys, but you got the big brownie with the vanilla ice cream on top.
Yes.
And then the chocolate fudge with the whipped cream and the cherry on top.
Not much can beat that thing.
No, that thing was good.
Yeah,
That thing was good.
you mix brownie, hot brownie, like fresh out the oven brownie
Yeah.
mixed with ice cream is a
Yeah.
top tier combo that you're not going to be able to beat.
Yeah.
And you guys might be able to get it at the bar location that you're at. So make sure you check in with your bartender, with your waiter, with your waitress. Ask them what's on the dessert menu and can I get a brownie? Because it is National Brownie Day.
For sure.
We also got Pretend to be a Time Traveler Day.
Yeah, it's a great one.
I'll always circle this one.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you are a time traveler, it's fun to see people pretending to be one.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it a lot more interesting. Time travel has captured our imagination for generations. Science and authors keep coming back to the topic again and again. So it should be no surprise there would be a day to pretend to be a time traveler. The original blog post that got the day rolling can be found here. For most resources on how to be a time traveler or at least act like one, we can explore the wide array of television and movie produced over the decade.
Oh, yeah. So I pulled up 30 best time traveler movies.
Okay.
All right. I feel like this list may have already started off bad because 30 I've never heard of in number 30.
I've watched this one.
Oh,
It's a Blake Lively classic.
Okay. It's Happy Death Day.
Yeah, it's a crazy one. It's pretty interesting. I
Okay.
say it kept my interest. It's kind of that horror mixed with thriller kind of genre
Okay.
of movie that keeps you on your toes. It's like an evil Groundhog Day.
Okay.
And so it's a lot of fun.
Okay. $13 line prize going out to Nate at Sundance Golf Banquet Bowl in Dayton. There we go. Yeah, nicely done, Nate. And we're working on this $6,267 jackpot on this large rate. I'm going 2 for 2 here. I've never seen this next one either. So I'm 2 for 2 on these movies so far. It's called Safety Not Guaranteed. It's time travel.
Yeah, I feel like we're striking out. We should just head to like the top 10 or
Although 28 is a great one.
is this one a time travel movie?
They do time travel, right? Because that's the whole point, right? He comes into modern day, but he's a 70s guy.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So it's Austin Powers, the spy who shagged me. Yeah, super funny show.
Yes. Great. Whenever you bring in Austin Powers.
This one I've heard, obviously, about. I've never watched it. We are past the jackpot on that one. We still could hit a double win here at any time in this one. Let's see.
Can it
Couple
go
more.
out right here? Doesn't look like it's happening. Let's see. Right here. Last chance. No,
not
not
this time.
happening. We're moving on to must-go prizes across the board, but we got a bunch of people super close. But you've heard this last one.
I've heard of this last one. I think it's popular with a lot of people. Hot Tub Time Machine.
That's funny movie. But we got Nate over at Sundance Golf Banquet Bowl and
Apple Helia.
over at the Toad Lake store, taking home that $27 must-go coverall prize as we now get enrolled into game number 4 of Wipeout Blackout, and now we're in the second half of these Wipeout Blackout games.
Yeah, absolutely. We're having a great time hanging out with you guys. Super fun on this. I finally, I guess I saw Austin Powers. So the last 2 now I've seen. Tenet.
Have you seen this one?
I have seen Tenet.
I heard it's really, really good. I have not watched it personally myself.
It's interesting. I like. It might be properly placed.
Yes.
In this list, it's an interesting show. It's really long.
Okay.
And so in it, I wouldn't mark it as a great movie, but it's worth a watch.
I've just heard of it as it's one of those mind bending movies that like really makes you think.
Yeah, and I don't even know Yeah, maybe it's more to me not mind bending, but just a confusingly put together movie.
Okay, that may be the case.
Anyways, let's see. I got someone. Is that Nikki messages in? Okay, I'm just trying to see. I was making sure that no, it's just Nikki. All right. So Somewhere in Time. I don't think I've seen this one. It stars the old Superman. Which
okay,
yeah,
he was a great actor.
Yeah, good actor for sure. Escape from the Planet of Apes, of course. The Planet of Apes is a time travel movie. Yeah, genius movie. Yeah, well put together. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip. I'm going with you. I'm going up to the top here. On the list.
we need to get these top.
Let's get to the top 5. All right, here we go. Oh, genius! Love the show. Groundhog Day.
Yeah, surprised it's not higher. They're gonna have to really blow me out of the water to get 4 movies that are better than Groundhog Day.
Yeah, I know, because I mean, this is a great genre, so I think they can do this. I think I'm going to be disappointed with what they went, but I know this is a classic that a lot of people really love.
Okay.
In 4th place, you got 12 Monkeys.
Okay, I've heard of it. I've never seen anything of it.
It's kind of I think again. Kind of a horror kind of, but it's Brad Pitt. It's
oh really?
What's his name? Die Hard. Bruce Willis.
Always love Bruce Willis.
Yeah. So and when I say horror, I mean it's dark and thriller kind of thing. So never seen or heard of this one. La Jette. In 1962. Terminator and Terminator 2 Judgment Day, great movies.
Yeah, that's number 2. Respect that number 2.
Yeah,
that is. Yeah. I definitely think that's properly placed.
This isn't a bad pick either. Number 1, it is Back to the Future Part 2, and Back to the Future Part 3.
I'm glad they just threw them all into one.
Yeah, that's better. Like, don't put them separate. Like they did Terminator 1 and 2 together.
Yes, exactly.
And then they did all the Back to the Futures as one lump together.
Yes, those at 1 and 2 are definitely deserve to be at 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But I feel like Groundhog Day deserves to be at 3.
Yeah, I feel like it's right there. It's really right there.
I put it above the other 2 that I saw just because I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
But Groundhog Day also it's close to even passing up on those other ones.
Yeah, no, it's really amazing. You got Nate over at Sundance Golf Banquet Bowl in Dayton. Getting it done for a $12 win. And so, and Nikki saying Groundhog Day is my number 1. Yeah.
Oh.
We don't disagree with that, Nikki.
It has. It's definitely.
I love Groundhog Day.
It's debatable.
It's actually making me want to I need to just go to bed when I get off air.
But you want to watch Groundhog Day.
Now I want to watch Groundhog Day.
Oh, I completely get that. I totally think, though, the Simpsons writer is a time traveler.
Oh,
I'm
just
convinced.
Like a real time traveler.
Yes. Talking about real time travel.
Yeah, that's a big thing, because they've predicted so many things.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a long-running show.
Right.
But it's weird how many times it's predicted the future.
Although I'll say this, isn't it funny, and it's not just The Simpsons, it's other things too.
Uh-huh.
How many times, if you take satirical comedy writers, they'll predict the future, which is actually hilarious.
Oh, yeah, they do it all the time. It's it's very, very comical. We got a large frame going out to Fast Eddie over at Carboni's Pizza, Northfield, $19 going out in his pocket, but we've moved on to a $24 must go on the coverall.
Yeah, let's get this done, guys, here. We still got some more opportunity to get some more. Nate, getting really hot. That's a hat trick, I think, for Nate.
Good job, Nate.
Yeah, over at the Sundance Golf Banquet Bowl in Dayton. Nicely done, and that means we're getting into game number 5 of 6. Mm-hmm. So just got a couple more shots at these jackpots. Trying to give these out. We want to keep that jackpot streak roll happening for sure. But
no, the Simpsons ones though is they've predicted actual scores of Super Bowls.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird how accurate.
I see it happen all the time,
but it's more generalized.
Yes,
you never thought it would actually take this turn that these.
I see they talk about this other one where they predicted the future. And I'm like, oh, I could see how that could happen.
Yeah,
and it's where they're writing on their phone and then it autocorrects to a different word after they wrote it on their phone, and just predicted autocorrect and all the funny things that can come of autocorrect on your phone. And I'm like, yeah, well, that kind of makes sense. Like that would, like, to have spell check on your phone would make sense, and to make comedy out of that would make sense as well.
Right.
But predicting like the exact score of the Patriots Atlanta Falcons game, like, is
weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
Predicting that the one celebrity that's going to become a president is Donald Trump, and you go with that one.
Yeah.
It's weird that you were able to think that one up.
Yeah, there is some wild stuff there for sure. Well, we got a little over a minute and a half left to get enrolled in this next game. One thing I want to mention is that we love our partnership with the Minnesota Twins. We know it's in the offseason. We know there's a lockout. We know all kinds of crazy things happening, but we still love our Minnesota Twins, and we're hoping that they're going to take the diamond as soon as possible. And we're hoping that to send them a little luck that you guys are out there playing our ETAB game that we partnered with them to create, and that's called Twins Win. We're looking forward to get the Twins bingo going at lunchtime during the baseball season this summer, so that's going to be super fun, hopefully, as we move forward. But we definitely love hanging out with our Twins playing that Twins Win.
Yeah, well, let's see if there's any bit of Twins news that's happening right now, as there has been just a little bit of a slowdown of Twins news due to the lockout.
Yeah.
But what do the Twins do behind Buxton in center field? I like this question because they definitely need someone. Last week, the Minnesota Twins answered their biggest offseason question when they re-signed star center fielder Byron Buxton to a 7-year, $100 million contract. Everyone in Target Field and throughout the fan base can breathe easy that Buxton's locked up as the face of the franchise for years to come. However, they have to figure out who backs him up in center field after signing him. Buxton's biggest detriment has been his injury. As almost everyone knows at this point, Buxton only has one season with more than 100 games played.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, just there's a lot of those star players that can have the injury bug, and sometimes it just goes away magically.
Yes, I mean, you see it all the time where players, they just stop getting injured all the time. And I mean, it happened with Adrian Peterson. He was an injury.
Hi, Rosin Brazo over at the Underground Bar.
What is going on?
Man, he always gets the jazz hands, winning $13 on that line prize. I was listening to what you're saying about Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, he's one of those examples where he was injured very much in the beginning of his career. In college, was an injury-prone guy, and then got later in his running back career and seems to be an Iron Man now.
I say, now he can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just one of those things. So we're hoping that he can come back and be a really good player, Buxton. But it is a little bit of a worry, and you got to think about who is going to be his backup, as he has only played over 100 games in a season, and that was in 2017.
Yeah.
And so it's been a few years since he has. He's coming off one of his higher played years in 2021 with 61 games played, and so we're hoping that it can just go up from there.
Yeah, we're hoping that it's trending in the right direction here, but we'll have to see. And yeah, you got to have then that quality backup, kind of that utility outfielder that's really going to help you out there.
Oh yeah, well, we got Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post taking home that $21 must-go large frame. Now we got a $26 coverall. But Buxton is an MVP caliber player when healthy.
Yeah.
His most dominant performance came in 2021 when he slashed .306, .358, and .647 with a career-high 19 home runs and 4.2 FWAR in 61 games.
Yeah, we had a split over there on the $26 coverall. It's Mara and Canner getting that done. That's Spicy Canner with a K at Quinny's Sports Bar and Grill, and Mara playing at Schiffler's Liquor. So congratulations to all of our winners there in game number 5 of the broadcast. We're going to be getting into our last game of Wipeout Blackout as we go to the enrolling screen. But yeah, really nice season for Byron Buxton, and we love our partnership with those Twins, and so
Oh,
I'm hoping everything's going to come
if we
together.
can get him to perform how he was in 2021 and have him play over 100 games during this upcoming season, we will be a really, really good team for it.
Yeah, for sure, and that's why you signed him to the big contract. He definitely deserves it for sure.
Oh yeah, but let's talk about what comes of the Twins bingo and the Vikings bingo. You mash it together, and you get the Twiking Zone.
Just around 2 minutes left to get enrolled.
Just like died out. It was just kind of a
It's weird.
little moan.
That's weird. Just like a cat in trouble. Help the cat.
I'm not gonna touch a cat that sounds like that. I'm scared of that
Help
thing.
the cat. He's stuck.
That thing's rabid if it's making sounds like that.
Oh, ravishing Rick Rude. I don't know where that came from.
But let's talk about the Twiking Zone. That's what happens in the Twiking Zone. Things get all derailed. But these players, they have not been getting derailed, as we got players in the 100,000 point club, 200,000 point club, and even a player in the 300,000 point club.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Well, we could pull it up here. This is a little side note here. I'm going to go off the rails just a slight bit, because on the Cup of Joe, I pulled up something that just I only left it for the Cup of Joe, but we're going to steal it. But we've got I said, who are the 5 players just outside of the top 10? So in 15th place, it's Juicy. In 14th place, Willissa.
Big time player.
Yeah. 13th, Bobo.
Another big time player.
12th place, Brizo.
Rise and Brizo.
Yeah, and then in 11th place, Yo-Yo.
That is a star-studded top 15.
Oh, yeah. So they're just right outside there. So Kick It and Joni, I haven't seen them do much for a while, but they better be on top of their game here. Hopefully they'll get back in it to win it, because they're in 10th and 9th. So Kick It's at Bleachers with 142,000 points. Her mom, Joni, in 9th place at VFW North St. Paul with 166,000 points. Yeah, those top-tier players right outside. Yo-Yo, Brizo, 11th, 12th.
Yeah, they're going to need to keep on winning if they want to stay in this top 10.
Yeah, that's for sure. In 8th place, you got Puts over at the Red Fox Tavern with 185,000 points. Jump out of the 100,000 point club. Jump into the 200,000 point club. But first, we got a winner.
It's Forget You D over at VFW Austin, taking home $15 on that must-go line prize. Good job, Forget You D, getting the first win in this final game of Wipeout Blackout.
Yeah, for sure. With 209,000 points over the VFW Spring Lake Park, it's Sluicer Dave in 7th place. In 6th place, we got our reigning champion, the Bingo Wizard herself, Elsa, at Titan Sports Saloon with 219,000 points. With 232,000 points over at the VFW Blaine, it's Scrub Eye in 5th place. 4th place, it's Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 254,000 points. With 256,000 points over at the Shortstop Tavern, it's SNS in 3rd place. In 2nd place, Lucky Tim at American Legion Shakopee with 269,000 points. Out of the 200,000 point club into the 300. With 347,000, it's over at Corner Bar Goodhue. Not Lucky, our #1 player in the state of Minnesota.
Yeah, finally getting some more points and building up that standing, trying to click over that halfway mark towards the 400,000 point club.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, there's a large frame prize going out.
Tam Tam over at the 139 Woodfire Tavern in New Prague.
Yeah, and now 3 balls away, we got Bam Bam and Tam Tam.
Yeah, nice.
That's a duo right there, trying to battle it out.
Jackpot?
Can it go out right here? Not quite. 2 balls away. Bill Dozer was there, but we got a $31 must-go prize. But all those Wipeout Blackout jackpots are going to be rolling into next Wednesday, so make sure you guys are coming out that night.
Well, not too far off, but just outside. TNT over at Hugo's Bowling Center in Buffalo, winning that $31 must-go prize, and that means, we're going to be getting into our next game of actually PGL games. We're going to get that going.
Yes, we get some more PGL action. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play as I go over these few locations that have been killing it in the Twiking Zone. Getting knocked out is Hog's Breath Bar and Restaurant in Little Canada. Now in 10th place is our place on 3rd and Fairball with 226,000 points. That's one of the hard to pronounce ones.
Which one is?
Faribault.
Oh, yeah, it's Faribault.
Faribault. That's what it is. Yeah, Faribault. Yeah. 10th place is our place on third in Faribault with 226,000 points. 9th place is Minegar Sports Hub in La Crescent with 255,000 points. With 273,000 points in 8th place, we got Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale. 7th place, it's Lakefront Bar in La Center with 283,000 points. Just a few points away from getting into the 300,000 point club, but a significant amount of points away from catching up to that number 6 location, as it's American Legion Fridley, and they have 375,000 points.
Wow.
With 393,000 points, really close to the 400,000 point club. In 5th place, we got Mapleview Lounge 2. 4th place in the 400,000 point club, it's Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub, Oak Park Heights, with 403,000 points. With 427,000 points in 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. 2nd place, VFW Spring Lake Park with 651,000 points.
Whoa.
Yeah. In the 600,000 point club, skip right over the 500,000 point club, and they've been bumped back once again by the number 1 location, Corner Bar in Goodhue, with 669,000 points. They just go back and forth at it. Every week they flip back and
Yeah,
forth.
it's daily. It's daily.
Corner Bar in Goodhue seems to always get the better of the flip-flops, where it seems like whenever they slow down and they like there's not as many flips, it's Corner Bar in Goodhue staying put in first place for a while. But VFW Northfield is always taking over it like on a random day.
Yeah. And then the next day, Corner Bar is just like, no, you can't stay there.
I know, it's absolutely wild. I mean, we were there, yesterday, and it was just back and forth between the two locations. Yeah. They were both accumulating a lot of points.
Oh, I mean, Not Lucky, who plays at Corner Bar in Goodhue, took a single game hat trick today.
Yes.
So you know, like, that's going to be huge points for not only Not Lucky, but also for Corner Bar Goodhue.
But that doesn't even mean that they won the day.
Right.
Like for those Twiking Zone points, because you'll see those players and you won't even realize that the hat trick went out to like a VFW Spring Lake Park just because it's 5 different players that won it. Yeah. You have no idea that, they all played at VFW Spring Lake Park or they all played at Corner Bar in Goodhue. Yeah. They've just been some dominant locations.
Crazy for sure. Well, we like to spot an E-tab each and every broadcast, and this one's no different. We got a great that we got on the headset here, the music. We love it.
Yeah, good old Diesel Freaks. Yeah, you mix Mad Max and the Muppets together and you get Diesel Freaks. No, I don't know what it is, but it is
something like that.
I feel like that's as good as an explanation as I'm gonna get.
Yeah, it has the fighting bonus rounds, so you get to fight the other characters.
Exactly.
For the bonus rounds. I mean, it's awesome.
It's a sweet game, so definitely go check out Diesel Freaks. A great sound that you can rock out to. Yes, definitely some good stuff. So go check out Diesel Freaks. It's one of our favorite sounds and one of our favorite games.
Absolutely. Pilot Games has over 50 different charitable E-tab games. So if that's not the right one for you, we've got the right one for you somewhere. You can play anytime to win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games are small bets, 50 cents to $5, and awesome bonus and free play rounds. 85% payouts, guys. So you're definitely going to want to go out there and check out those E-tabs. They're super, super fun. Well, we're just about 4 minutes left to get enrolled in this game of open season. We love it. It's always one of our favorite PGL games, that is for sure.
Oh yeah, but speaking of PGL games, these PGL games, you earn PGL points while you're playing them. And if you want to be a member that accumulates all those points, you got to be signed up at PGL.world and become a member of our league. PGL players, they compete for those points, but they also have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has so much great information in it. Sign up at PGL.world today.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's some new people that just signed up. We got Lyric Goffs. That's Goffs without an L, with a PH, not an F. Reggie Chadway, Cruiser 7, Cruiser Girl, Sneed, Miami Beach, big time.
Miami.
In Miami Beach, jackpot winner on our hashtag Pilot Games pictures here. Yeah. So big time player, but good to see them signed up here on the PGL. You got Toda 68 and PCK 913.
Yeah, good job to all those players getting signed up at PGL.World. Now you can use that exact sign up to sign in to the Player Connect app. You can then watch our streams, check in with those streams, play good old PCS games.
Yes.
But you can also play the Sports Link, which you can select that Sports Link right above your player icon, and then you'll be able to see the squares, the e-tipboard squares. Choose 5 of those squares for the Vikings versus the Steelers Thursday, December 9th. Points are awarded for the first, second, third, and fourth quarter. Play for free in the Player Connect app and earn PGL points for Season X if you win. All you gotta do is launch the app and select Sports Link, and all you got is less than 24 hours to fill in those squares. So make sure you guys are getting on that Player Connect app, filling in the squares, and seeing if you could take home some PGL points on that as well.
For sure. Well, last week we had a big-time winner. Yeah, we should check the squares, see if there's any open spots right now. I think there's some open spots. You're going to want to get in there. It's super fun to play, guys. Just open up that Player Connect app. If you haven't gotten the Player Connect app, get it. What's holding you back? It's super fun.
Yeah.
You're going to want to have that. But our winner from last week, of course, producer and I mean, she's got so many. She's a host extraordinaire.
Yes.
She's a producer. She does device production. She does all kinds of great stuff. Jordana. And now she's obviously an E-Tip winner. She won 2,000 points this last week.
Yeah, definitely some big-time stuff, but it looks like there are still a lot of squares left. I see Lou Bear out there has already selected out some squares.
Okay.
You got Tony5 has selected out some squares. You got Cruiser 7 has selected out some squares. But make sure you're out there selecting out some squares for yourself.
I know Dark Horse, if you collect enough squares, Dark Horse is in there.
Oh, Dark Horse is for sure going to be there somewhere on this list. There, found it. I clicked. The next one I clicked on was Dark Horse square that they had selected. And so just some big-time players that are earning some big-time PGL points during those E-tip boards. But let's talk about the players that have been just hoarding the PGL points.
Yeah, they've got so many PGL points. It's crazy.
It's selfish. It's
just being selfish. It's,
it's a season of giving, and you're just
Hercules. That's what made me think of Eddie Murphy. Yeah,
good old Eddie Murphy. But yeah, that PGL standings is absolutely crazy. Every player in the top 10 is in the 1 million point club, and I'm pretty sure you even got players that are outside of the top 10 in the 1 million point club right now. Falling out of the top 10 is Gramps at Gino's Bar and Grill. Getting into that top 10, Fishy24 at Sherry's Sports Saloon in 10th place with 1,027,000 points. Big movement for Fishy24, who'd been knocked out just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to have Fishy24 back in the top 10. Sad that Gramps fell out, but Gramps is one of those 1 million point getters now outside the top 10.
Yeah, so could be easily be back in the top 10 after today. In 9th place, we got Drumsky at Mettler's Bar and Restaurant with 1,034,000 points. In 8th place, Wet Santa over at Duffy's Bar and Grill with 1,140,000 points. With 1,254,000 points in 7th place, we got Nixon at VFW Roseville. 6th place, it's none other than Sloppy at Malone's Bar and Grill with 1,334,000 points. 5th place, it's our favorite pilot player under the sea. It's SpongeBob at Eagle St. James with 1,573,000 points. Now, I'm definitely going to be watching out for SpongeBob, taking a backseat the last few weeks in these standings.
Yeah.
All the way back in 5th place. Now, formerly was in 1st place at one point during the season. Yeah. And so I'm going to be watching out for him to be rising up these standings. But I made a big prediction for this player, and it didn't come true. As 4th place, we got Forget You D at VFW Austin. But I know he's out there playing today.
Right, so maybe this is the night.
This may be the night. I predicted that he was going to be in 3rd place by the end of yesterday. Well, it may be by the end of today because the next player is just right behind him. Just about a 40,000 point lead ahead of him, not even that, with 1,619,000 points. In 3rd place, we got Bryzo at the Underground Bar and Grill.
Well, we know Bryzo's out there too, so they're both out there.
Yeah, definitely could be, but could they be catching the number 2 player? because it's super close with him too, because it's T-Max 750 over at Howie's Corner Bar with 1,643,000 points. But then that number one player, he just got into the 2 million point club.
Stuff.
Yeah, really, really impressed. 2,034,000 points. It's Devoided at the roadside.
Yeah, Devoided has done an amazing job this season, but so has all of our top 10 and all of you guys. We love having you guys out here for all these PGL nights, and we love what you're doing for your locations. These locations have been really competing.
Yeah, they
doing
have.
a great job. In 10th place in these location side of things, it's a star-studded cast there every time. It's VFW Austin with 4,054,000 points. With 4,190,000 points over Mankato, it's Underground Bar and Grill in 9th place. In 8th place, you got Root River Saloon in Lanesboro with 4,287,000 points. With 4,510,000 points over there at Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud in 7th place. We're going to jump out of the 4 million point club, jump into the 5 million point club in 6th place. You got Neeson's Gaylord with 5,086,000 points. But with 5,094,000 points, it's Moose Lodge Waite Park over in St. Cloud in 5th place. In 4th place, well, it's Cabin Bar in Nicolette with 5,289,000 points. But with 5,530,000 points over in Becker, it's Beck's Pub in Thrice place.
Yeah, they've been a big riser,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
during the game day broadcast that we had on Sunday.
Win.
Yeah, you see them in 3rd place, and you're just like, oh, 3rd place location. They were in 5th place on Sunday and moved all the way to 3rd place in just one PGL night.
Yeah, it's huge. These PGL nights, big movements can have on any of these nights. We'll see what happens out of tonight. But in 2nd place, we got VFW Northfield with 5,719,000 points. With 5,819 points over in Effie, it's Neighborhood Tavern, a number one location, coming in to tonight.
Yeah, good job, Neighborhood Tavern and Effie closing in on the 6 million point club. Yeah. And if they do that early on in this season, I mean, could be in the 6 million point club, but I think still is on pace to be able to be in the 6 million point club by the end of these 3 PGL nights. Could possibly be in there. If they do, puts them right on pace to be able to break that PGL location record.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get it done. It's getting really short window now. It's a sprint now, guys. It's no longer a marathon. We've been talking about all season long.
Yes.
It's a marathon. It's a sprint now.
Yeah, no, it has come down. You know, in the 400 meter, you did that in high school.
Yeah.
You ran a couple 400 meters.
Oh, yeah.
You stride out the first 300 meters. That last 100 meters, you dig deep into your soul and you try and pull out everything you got. And that's what you are here in the December
I was
season.
slow enough that I just sprinted the whole thing. I just was an effort guy.
You got there in effort. I had to pace myself.
Yeah. No, that's there's a right way of running it.
Yes.
You know, and I did not do the right way. I just literally sprinted the whole thing, and I was just in good enough cardiovascular shape to somewhat do that.
To be able to, get just around the track in decent enough time.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, when it works, it works. But, yeah, we were talking about Neighborhood Tavern, Effie. Really, really good location. And but VFW Northfield right on their tail could be catching up to them just in a few nights.
Yeah. Could happen.
Let's talk about our Wild, as they've had a really good season.
Yeah,
18-6-1. Cam Talbot made 38 saves, and the Minnesota Wild won 7 straight games in a 4-1 against the Edmonton Oilers, who we had just talked about being a really good team.
Yeah,
getting
really
a win in that kind of fashion, 4-1, is huge for us.
Domination.
Just showing our defense was super good with Cam Talbot making that 38 saves, because they got some of the best scorers in the entire NHL, the Oilers do, but we're proving that we are just as effective. Joel Eriksson Ek had a goal and an assist. You had Jonas Broden and Matt Zirkalo, who had 2 assists for Minnesota, which has a season high of an 8-game point streak.
Yeah. Now in the last 8 games, 7-0-1, 7 straight wins. We had a tie that time before that, so we're really on a hot streak for sure. But just tomorrow, our Wild are going to be taking on those Sharks, so that's going to the puck's going to drop at 9:30, so it's going to be almost perfect timing that you can watch our Vikings whoop those Steelers.
Yes,
and then you can click the television over, and you can watch our Wild beat the Sharks. So
that's
nice. Yeah,
I'm down with it all. I like it all.
And through it all, well, at least a lot of it, right? You can watch our game day broadcast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because
exactly.
we're there too, so you're gonna want to be there for that. Yeah, easy peasy.
Easy money moolah.
That's right. Hot Money. We got a player out there named Hot Money. Oh, I see Wet Santa's out there getting after it.
Okay, yeah, definitely a big-time player. But we got the THN Power Rankings.
Okay.
Give the Wild some respect. Currently on a 7-game hot streak, it's hard to keep the Minnesota Wild right now, and they are number 1 in this week's Power Rankings. How does this shake up the rest of the league? Well, let's see what they say about our Minnesota Wild. The Wild are one of 3 teams riding a league-high 7-game winning streak, but their list of opponents was arguably tougher than the rest. Bill Gruen hit on almost every decision he made over the summer. The Ryan Hartman extension was a bargain. The Kirill Kaprizov should be in the Hart Trophy conversation right now. Interestingly enough, the Wild possess metrics have slipped a little, but not enough to raise any alarm.
Yeah, no, they're looking really good, and all those moves were really great moves. We let some good players go in the process,
yes,
but we gained some really nice young talent.
Yeah, I thought it really helped us with everything contractual wise.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to keep those players, but we couldn't pay them anymore. And so by keeping the young talent, giving them some really good deals, and keeping them in our roster, we've just had a super good team. And all those metrics that are slipping is because of the tough competition that we've been playing.
Yeah.
Even though we've been winning against the tough competitions, they haven't been easy games. A lot of these have been one-score games in high-scoring shootouts.
They've been both. Yeah, we've allowed some goals because of the fierce competition.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this last one here with a really good Oiler team, to win 4-1 is impressive.
Yeah, definitely super impressed by that. Was not expecting. I was expecting the shootout.
Mm-hmm. You predicted 4-2. I predicted 4-3.
Yes.
You were right on the under, by the way.
Yes, I was right on the under.
Yeah.
I didn't actually believe the under, though.
Oh.
Because I expected I expected the theme of what we had been doing to continue, of high-scoring shootouts that end up being one-score differential, because I was like, oh, the Edmonton Oilers, they're the number 2 team in their conference. We're the number 1 team in our conference. It should be a tight matchup where both teams can't really separate from each other, but we really were able to separate in that 4-1 win, just showing our defensive dominance and still the ability to score at a high pace.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a fun season so far. I mean, most professionals are giving Pilot the credit for that because of our relationship with the Minnesota Wild. That all that luck, it's all part of luckology, all that stuff. But I mean, the experts understand it. But if you want to send some luck over there to our Wild, you just go play Let's Go Wild at your favorite Minnesota bar. It's going to help charities, and it's a great game.
Oh yeah, but let's go check out where you guys are hunting right now, as we are in a game of open season, and there it is. Let's check it out. It looks like it's really heavy over there in the Cedar Swamps and in the up north woods.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, love that Cedar Swamp hunting. It's a great time, and you're going to see some big monster bucks down there.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely a Cedar Swamp guy, but I like the hunting camp. I gotta talk about, though, my best luck was over there in the Tundra.
Oh, yeah. I had good luck in the Tundra as well when we played, when we did that special where we played on air. I had good luck in the Tundra.
Yeah, that was my best one. I think I ended up being second only to you in the open season game when I played over in the Tundra.
And I think that one I won, but I was in the up north woods, I think, on that one.
Yes.
And the earlier game I won by a lot, and I was over in the Tundra.
Yes, and I think in that one, I just ran out. I couldn't finish up my plays. And it was the big reason why I lost. I was right behind you, but I think I still had 3 plays left to be able to try and get it done, but just didn't do it in like the 7 minute and 57.
Right, when you leave those plays on the board. You hate leaving them on the board.
Exactly. That's just a little me making mistakes that I watch the players do all the time, and I can't believe I did it.
You're like, you should be better. I should be better. Look, speaking of, there's a former champion. I see Sarah Honey over at the VFW Austin out there playing. Good to have you here with us, Sarah Honey, legend bingo player.
Oh, yeah, but let's get off of this and let's check out our leaderboard.
Okay.
As we got.
You want to check out the shooting gallery?
Yeah, I definitely want to check out that shooting gallery, as it was always interesting to see who's the top players in the skill bonus rounds.
Yes, for sure.
And here they are, right here.
So we got Matt with 35,500 points in 8th place. Nicely done, Matt.
Yeah, good job, Matt. You got Let's Win in 7th with 36,350 points.
Yeah, Amber Lynn getting it done over there at the Prairie Saloon with 37,500 points.
Oh, yeah, now getting into that 40,000 range. You got Fa Q. Yeah. I tried to put a space in there. I tried to put a space.
I know. My finger pointing is not at you. It's at it's our friend Fa.
Yes. Yeah. Good old Fa. Getting 41,000 points. With 49,500 points in 4th place, you got Not a Dog.
Yeah, we got Thirsty with 55,900 points at Halfley's bar in Richmond.
Yeah, in 2nd place, you got Sarah Honey with 694,000 points, 69,400 points.
I just want to know during that if Sarah Honey had the iPad in her hands.
That's the real question.
We know.
We've heard.
In 1st place, you got Lucky 7. Nicely done, 72,000 points over at Bogart's. I can't get it out. Place in Apple Valley.
Yeah, good job to all those winners right there. But why not we just hit the tundra then? Let's see what's popping off over here. If I can get it working real quick.
Oh, all right, yeah.
See if it sends me over to the lake again.
Yeah, we've had the last few weeks, we've been on the lake when we go to the open season.
Yeah, so we'll show you off the lake for just 2 seconds, and then we'll leave really quickly.
Yeah.
Just because we like Big Wampum Lake.
That's right. It's a great lake.
Yeah, it's a really solid lake. I mean, look at this thing.
I mean, it looks good. I'm surprised it has a nice over.
Who doesn't want a vacation in this little spot right here?
Oh, yeah. This is awesome. They have a party going on. There's snow in the trees in the background, but it still looks really warm and great here in this part of the lake.
I know. I'm looking at all the players, and they're just there. They got short sleeve shirts. I mean, look at there's
unseasonably warm.
Yeah. Well, awesome stuff. Look at you got like a little haunted house right over here.
Right.
I'd be a little scared to go over there.
Yeah. That's what's that? I forget the name. I'm trying to think of it. It's a French name. Nikki will probably message it in here in just a second. But anyways, great spot on the lake over there.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff. Always like going to go check out the lake. We got in 1st place Tippy. In 2nd place, we'll see as this continues to roll over. We got Player. 3rd place, Brad TNT. In 4th place, we got Mara. In 5th place, we got Hot Money. Looks like most of them are done with plays. Mara still has a few plays left, but they need to be some pretty good ones to be able to get into that 1st place spot. 6th place is Suki. 7th place, I Win. 8th place, Bergar. In 9th place, we got Matt.
Nicely done, guys. Well, super, super fun being in this open season with you guys. And speaking of like outdoorsy things,
yes,
we love our fishing report. It's pretty succinct here at Millie Locks Lakes at the Outdoors Weekly on December 4th. Yeah, they were able to accomplish their entire report in 2 sentences.
Yes, it was super easy. A thin layer of ice is forming in the bays, waiting for ice to form on the main lake.
Thank you.
Hey, yeah, I mean, I'm down with it.
I understand that, though. That's kind of what's happening right now.
That we're in this weird time where you can't quite go out, you can't go fishing very efficiently because you're running into ice, and you can't go ice fishing very much because you're running into water.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So patience is the name of the game here over at Millie Locks Lake at the moment. So get ready for a great winter. We're going to have ice fishing out there, having a bunch of fun out in the shanties and catching some monsters.
Yeah, I maybe I'll just go out to the lake and I'll just drill a hole and then just makeshift a spear and just try and
Some spear fishing. Yeah,
catch fish like that.
Oh yeah.
If you catch a fish like that, I'm like,
you're pretty cool.
You're pretty cool. Yeah. Spear fishing is a different level.
There's only one step higher than that. And
bare
that
hand.
Well, okay, that's third level.
You forgot about that level.
Yeah, I thought about that level. I was going to say blow dart fishing.
Oh, blow dart is crazy.
Yeah.
That may be more than I may be a little bit more scared of you if you're blow dart fishing over just if you're catching
bare hands. No, you're probably a big, strong guy that can endure a lot of craziness that if you're down there with your hands. But your skill level, if you're blow dart fishing,
I'm like you just drop a little poison on that dart, and you're a trained killer at that point.
Yeah. You are. All you guys that are actual like fishermen and hunters, you're like, what in the world are these guys talking about?
People don't do this.
Yeah.
We know that people don't do this. That's why we want to see people that do it.
Right. Right. This would make great reality TV.
We should just get people on the show that know how to do these things,
right.
And then we go out and we try to do them in front of them, and they don't give us any instruction, and then they just talk, and they just kind of talk about it.
Yeah.
They just talk about what we're doing.
Yeah. No, we had our big creative meeting today.
Yes.
And so
got my juices flowing.
Yeah, now we got our juices flowing. Now we've got even better ideas. Maybe tag that in the notes, Nikki. She was doing a great job keeping track of all of our crazy ideas.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's a new one. It's great one, I think.
Somehow I feel like I do my best brainstorming on air.
When we're just chatting it up here on air, the players really help us. It's the energy that they bring. So anyways, so she got it down. She said she got it down on that. So
good.
That's good.
Good stuff. So what else is good is when you guys send in player picks. And so make sure this is just a reminder that when you're playing Pilot Games, share those picks with us. We love getting the pictures and seeing your faces. If you win a jackpot, hold that iPad up and let's see your happy face holding the jackpot message. Send us pictures of you playing with your friends or your favorite bartenders. Just having fun playing Pilot Games is worth a photo. You can either post it onto any of your socials with the hashtag Pilot Games, or you can message it in on Facebook or by emailing it to jackpots@pilotgames.com. All ways to be able to get it into that player enrolling screen.
Yeah, it's a super, super fun. We love seeing those pictures and showing you guys off. You're definitely our favorites. Well, it's here. It's tomorrow. Our Vikings are taking on these Steelers.
Yeah, it should be a good one as Adam Thielen and Christian Darrisaw both listed as out for that game. Yeah. So big losses, but Dalvin Cook listed as questionable.
Yeah, we might be getting Dalvin Cook back. That's exciting. We got Matt over at Eagles Austin winning that $56 in the first place points-wise in that game of open season. Congratulations. Great job, Matt.
Oh, yeah, but we're going to be taking a quick break. We'll be coming back right before we get into the next PGL game, but we'll be right back.
Yeah,
talk more Vikings. Hey guys, and we love playing Vikings Bingo from 12 to 1 every single day, and a little bit of Vikings Bingo on game days as well. But we're always accumulating points towards the twiking zone, which is always so much fun.
Absolutely, and let's jump right into it on the player side of things. In 10th place, we're already in the 100,000 point club because we got Kick It at Bleachers with 142,000 points. With 166,000 points over in VFW North St. Paul, it's Joni sitting in 9th place. 8th place, it's Puts at Captain Black's Bar and Grill with 182,000 points. With 198,000 points at the VFW Spring Lake Park, Loser Dave sits in 7th place. Now we're going to jump out of that 100,000 point club and jump into the 200,000 point club because in 6th place it's the reigning champion Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon with 219,000 points. With 224,000 points over at the American Legion Friendly, it's Scrub Eye in 5th place. In 4th place, we got Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 252,000 points. With 256,000 points. Watch your backside there, SNS. Nan's coming for you. In 3rd place, SNS is sitting there at Shortstop Tavern with 256. We'll see if SNS can catch the next player with 269,000 points over at American Legion Shakopee. Lucky Tim is in 2nd place. Lucky Tim's going to have to work hard, though, to catch our number 1 player because they're not in the 200,000 point club. They're in the 300,000 point club. It's not Lucky, our number 1 player in the state of Minnesota at the Corner Bar Goodhue, 335,000 points.
Yeah, crazy that we already have a player in the 300,000 point club, and we got some players already creeping on that 3,000 point club as well. But our location standings, we got players all the way into the 600,000 point club. Yeah, that's how many points these locations have been getting. But let's get started off. In 10th place, we got Hog's Breath Bar and Restaurant in Little Canada with 224,000 points. With 255,000 points in 9th place, we got Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent. Now we walk on over to Oakdale because in 8th place, we got Titan Sports Saloon with 273,000 points. With 283,000 points, just 10,000 points ahead of them, it's Lakefront Bar in La Center in 7th place. 6th place, we hop into the 300,000 point club, and not just a hop, we do a whole jump into the 300,000 point club because they got 375,000 points. It's American Legion Fridley. 5th place, it's Mapleview Lounge 2 with 393,000 points. Now, quickly moving on from that 300,000 point club into the 400,000 point club. In 4th place, we got Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub Oak Park Heights with 402,000 points. With 418,000 points in 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. Now, moving on from the 400,000 point club all the way into that 600,000 point club. Yeah, these locations have been getting it after in this 1st and 2nd place spot, and they were tied up just not too long ago, but finally broke out of that tie. In 2nd place, though, it's VFW Spring Lake Park with 634,000 points, but leaving them in the dust with 637,000 points. I don't know if you can call that leaving them in the dust. It's still a tight race between those. They're still neck and neck. But in 1st place, we got Corner Bar in Goodhue, and what a crazy twiking zone we've had this season.
Oh yeah, we're in December, so Santa's coming to town, but so is the end of Season X. So if you're going to get these, be at the top of these standings in either the player side or the location side, you're going to have to be after it from 12 to 1 each and every day.
Hey guys, and we love PGL action, and Hey guys, and we are finally back in here.
We tried a few times.
Yeah, we tried a few times, but yeah, you guys didn't see it, so I guess that's okay. But we are here talking a little bit about our Vikings, and they're taking on the Steelers at 7:20 p.m. We'll be here for Vikings game day at 6:50.
Correct.
Very close to that Megasota game night time.
Yeah.
But it should be a lot of fun. But we got
we got a 6:40 broadcast right on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We did a 7 o'clock tonight, and we're doing 6:50 tomorrow night. So it's 6:40, 6:50, 7.
That's awesome. Well,
Not in a row, though.
No, not in a row. But we got some fantasy stuff to talk about because we've talked about pretty much all we can talk about during these games. Besides maybe talking about our thought process on Kenny Ngakoue and how he should play in this offense.
Yeah.
We can talk a little bit about that. We talked about it a little off air.
Yeah, we did a little bit off air because super impressed with this guy. I don't know why our points are not coming up. We may need to reset the broadcaster.
Yeah, that may be the case. I think it will fix itself right after I do this.
If what you're going to do doesn't work, then I think I know what to do to get it going here. Yeah, I think it's going to need what I got.
Alrighty.
I got a little methodology that Tony taught me. Let's see.
He's kind of good like that.
Yeah, Tony know this stuff.
Oh, and we disappeared.
We'll get back here.
Oh, okay. And we are back, but we have
we missed that. Yeah.
We did miss the game, so we have 13 minutes to get enrolled in
We'll
this
just
next
chat you guys up. Nikki will let us know what happened in the games. We'll just chat with you guys while we're waiting for all that. Sorry, I don't think there was any way around it at that point.
Froze up on us, and so hopefully we can get this thing rolling all right, which it looks like it's rolling all right, and we'll get all the winners.
That'll be Vikings victory that we'll actually be on air for after this.
Which is our last PGL game before we get into some or do we have one more after Vikings victory PGL game to go into?
No, so it's top dog right now. Then we'll get into Vikings victory, and then it'll be the Jackpot Jungle.
Okay, So, getting enrolled into our final PGL game. We'll get the results to that last PGL game that you guys are playing right now. After it gets done playing, Nikki sends us the results. But we got some fantasy things to talk about because we've talked. We were
going to talk about
Kenny Ngakoue. Yeah, we'll talk about fantasy things after that.
Now, the argument against him getting more reps on the offense, which he got the most he's ever gotten last week.
Yes.
And you saw some of those flaws in him coming into our normal offensive set, and that was he doesn't know all the blocking schemes, doesn't always know the proper place to block if it's a pass, if he's actually supposed to go out on the pass. He might not perform the pass route perfectly. Those kind of things. He might have a little bit of trouble vision-wise seeing where the hole is opening up in in that run scheme.
Yeah, all of that takes a lot of time in an offense too.
Yes.
So the more reps he gets, I feel like the better he's going to get anyways.
Absolutely.
But do we have enough time in the season to be able to get him ready like that? Because it's win or go home at this point.
And I'm in the camp of let's draw up some stuff. Let's do some like the Kansas City Chiefs do, and let's draw up some stuff that fit his skill set and get him involved in this offense because he's a dynamic athlete.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to keep outside of your offense. Get him on those jet sweeps. Get fake it to Dalvin Cook and get an end around with Kenny Ngakoue. Get him on some vertical stretches on some trick plays where he can outrun the deep guy and the safety, and you're doing a pitch back to Justin Jefferson and he's running straight up the field from the running back position. You're going to be able to get those kind of trick plays out of him that I think you won't get out of one of our normal backs.
Yeah.
And so I think he can do a lot of stuff that we can get really funky with, get really fun styles of offenses with. But we don't tend to do that. That's not really our style of football. And so I think getting a couple of those drawn up for him will be huge for helping this offense in the long run.
I think you can create a pitch when I don't move my microphone here so you can hear me. Create a little bit of a pinch with the defense if you can get Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, or Alexander Madison, either one, and then Kenny Ngakoue coming through there, and so you're making guys make choices.
Yes.
I think we can really, you get three dynamic players creating a situation where you go, what do I do? I got to make a choice.
You can make it an RPO option where Justin Jefferson's running a route as well.
Yeah.
You can really do a lot of things to get your players into space, and Kenny Ngakoue is one of those guys you want to get into space.
Absolutely, because I just think you get those three dynamic players. Heck, when Adam Thielen's healthy, you can get him in there. You can use Conklin in that way too as well. Conklin could be a late release off the line.
KJ Osborne.
Yeah, you can get KJ Osborne. I mean, we got all kinds of playmakers out there. So to put him in that mix too, I just think it's really dynamic. But anyways, we'll see what they're going to do. Anyways, that was kind of a side note.
Yeah, but let's talk about some fantasy stuff. As which Vikings do you want to start and sit? This is from Sports News, and they were thinking that you should sit Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, well, Mad Dog would agree.
Cousins has been rather a steady QB1 with only 5 finishes outside of the top 12 in 9 multiple touchdown games. Overall, his QB8 on the season this week, he falls into a borderline category. This feels like a 49ers game, which looked great on paper, but was underwhelming in terms of final total.
Yeah, I mean, he's a solid start in fantasy for sure. Like I say, he's
you get that really nice floor.
Yes.
But you're not getting the highs.
No, right. Yeah, there's some guys that maybe have a little bit lower floor, but they get those big highs, and it all depends on the week, right? It's like, what do you need this week, and how do you need to get it done? But, this week, in their opinion, sit Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, but in their opinion, they say start Alexander Mattison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's all going to be dependent on is Dalvin Cook, because now he's moved to questionable.
Exactly.
Because if Alexander Madison's the back, I think they're right. But if you got Dalvin Cook starting, then that's a big risk you're taking by starting Alexander.
Yeah, but Dalvin Cook, he is still going to be limited, I feel like, coming into the game. I don't know if he's fully going to get that first team reps. Alexander Madison probably will still get quite a few reps. And from a fantasy standpoint, he is just a dominant back. He does it from the receiving side of the field. He gets it in the run game. He's usually an 100-yard back when you finally add both totals up. And he's just a really good fantasy wide receiver, especially if you're in like a points per reception league.
Yeah, and if you got with Thielen out, I think he's going to get targeted even more in this offense. If he's that starting back, then expect him to get a lot of touches. Here's a start every week, every year, every time, every team, every, and that is Justin Jefferson. Jefferson has been amazing the past month, establishing himself as probably, if not the best, one of the best wide receivers in the league. Of course, we already knew it.
Oh, yeah. You got KJ Osborne as a start as well. And in no better time as the release of Spider-Man Far From Home is coming out, as Willem Dafoe takes back his role as Norman Osborn. You got KJ Osborne should be starting for you on this Saturday, maybe as a flex option. As Adam Thielen is out, he should be getting that number 2 wide receiver role. And with Justin Jefferson getting so much of the double coverage, getting so much of the top cover guy, KJ Osborne should thrive in that role.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Spider-Man movie. Maybe we got to get the boys together. We get you, Ben, and Gabe and myself, and we'll go hit that Spider-Man
Oh,
movie.
yeah, no, it seems like a really good time. I mean, I want to see Tobey Maguire as back in the Spider-Man
Absolutely.
suit. Little Andrew Garfield action. I mean, I always liked it better than what everyone else like. Everyone hated on the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, but
I just like Spider-Man.
There's Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
So.
Once it's Spider-Man, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I may be a little biased though.
Yeah. I love Spider-Man.
But we got a couple more sits on the day.
Yeah, they're saying sit tight end Tyler Conklin. The idea of Conklin, the fill-in for Irv Smith Jr., has been better than execution, better than the executions. He did finish inside the top 12 against the Lions, and in 2 other games, he's been a top 5 option. There's a chance he keeps seeing key targets with Thielen on the shelf, but the Vikings may just spread it around more with more wide receivers and getting a lot more players involved.
Yeah, well, what I'm thinking is I actually reverse this one. If I was personally doing this, I'm starting Tyler Conklin and I'm sitting KJ Osborne, because I think, where does Adam Thielen get his receptions? Red zone targets.
Absolutely.
Where is Tyler Conklin does his best work? Red zone. being that big body wide receiver, I think he could get those red zone targets that Adam Thielen was getting. Obviously, Adam Thielen, I think 11 receiving TDs on the season so far. I think that's second in the league for receiving TDs, and Tyler Conklin could be the beneficiary of that lack of red zone threat.
Yeah, I like that. I like your pick even over their pick, because I think you're going to see him bringing out that Northwood Timberwolf box out, getting in there getting those box outs in the red zone.
Well, they also said sit the Vikings defense as well. They are very injury riddled, seem to be moving in and out of a bunch of different guys. I don't disagree with this one. If you're going with, and you got a lot of defenses available for you, I say go with the best matchup, as the Steelers are definitely not the best offense that you want your defense to go up against, with Najee Harris playing some of his best football he's played throughout the whole season. But I don't think it's a bad option either. Vikings could take advantage of a really wild and up and down Steelers offense.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, at times when I was watching that game with them and the Ravens, their offensive line was doing a nice job. Looked like a renewed Najee Harris, doing some good things there. But then I just don't feel like they're a very consistent offense whatsoever. But they also said give the start to kicker Greg Joseph. He has been money lately.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, what has been the theme of when Dalvin Cook is out? Not being able to punch it in the red zone. He is that punch it into the red zone when you need those three. Your third and goal, and you need 3 yards to get into that end zone. Who is our go-to give off guy? Dalvin Cook, and the defense knew that, and so then play actions were super effective in the red zone as well. It just has really went down since he's off, and so field goal kicking is going to be a huge thing about this game, and Greg Joseph a good fantasy start for this one as well.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to jump into this top 10 from Top Dog that we just missed on that game. We're obviously getting enrolled here in this Vikings victory. Let's see what you guys did while we were talking up a bunch of Vikings stuff. In 10th place, we had Minayer at Mully's on Madison in 10th place. In 9th place, Chicago Joe at Boathouse Brothers Brewing.
Like that name.
Yeah, it's always a fun one. Really like Chicago Joe. Then at Beck's Pub, we had RCD in 8th place. In 7th place, Sarah Honey at VFW Austin. Sarah Honey, good job out there getting it done. Then over at Clive's Roadhouse Rogers, it's a top 10 player, Wet Santa, getting in 6th place. We'll see how Wet Santa, if they can move up. In 5th place, it's KAC MP at Patrick's Bar and Grill. Then over at Stewart's Legion Post, it's Bam Bam in 4th place. In 3rd place, we got JK at Stoney's Bar. Then at LJ's, it's Kreger in 2nd place. But our number 1 player in Top Dog was Snooky over at Corner Bar and Grill in Winstead, winning $328. Hey, nicely done.
Hey, that's a pretty good prize in some top 10 action. You guys just have 1 minute and 25 seconds to get enrolled into a little bit of Vikings victory action. Your last chance to take home some PGL points for tonight.
Right. Yeah, and it's a big time to do that for sure. And so we're definitely going to want to be ready to get it. If you're here for some PGL points and some cash, this is the game to get it done in. But we're going to have a fun Jackpot Jungle game, 25-cent edition right after.
Oh, yeah, it should be really good. I think over $8,000 on the line in that game. Yeah. But let's talk about our Jackpot Hunter standings, as we've had a few shakeups that have happened recently, as we finally have a 10th place players.
Yeah, we do.
It's a 3-way tie in 10th place. It's Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue, Player at Broadway Pizza Maple Grove, and Joni at Bleachers. They all have 20,000 points. But now we have a tie in 8th place. Yeah, we added another tie, and because Jim Rocks was so lonely in 8th place, Michelob decided to move out of that 4-way tie in 9th place and tie it up with Jim Rocks in 8th place. Michelob at Neeson's Gaylord.
She's got a big heart.
Yeah, she does. They both have 21,000 points. In 6th place, we got another tie. In 6th place, it's Lula Finn and American Legion Shackby and Pee Wee at TJ's on and off sale. You got them with 22,000 points. Now, let's get into the 25,000 points point club, and there's no ties at this 25,000 point club.
No.
Makes me a lot. It calms me down.
They're
a
like,
bit.
we don't want to tie up here.
No, don't like ties. But in 5th place, we got Curtis J at Country Lounge with 27,000 points. With 30,000 points in 4th place, we got one away at American Legion Rice. 3rd place, Wolfstein at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 32,000 points. With 33,000 points in 2nd place, you got Bull at Corner Bar in Goodhue. That 1st place player is Yags370, and he is in the 50,000 point club over at the Riverboat Depot with 51,000 points.
Crushing it. In the location side of things, we had Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale getting knocked back out. So he jumped in, jumped back out. So I don't know. We'll see if he can jump back in. In 10th place, we got Heidi's Bar in Sedan with 41,000 points. With 42,000 points over in Akeley, it's a municipal liquor store in 9th place. Jumping up into 8th place, it's Neeson's Gaylord with 43,000 points. Then we jump into the 50,000 point club with 53,000 points. Over in Shakopee, it's American Legion, 7th place. 6th place, we got the season 8 champions, Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 54,000 points. With 68,000 points over in Rice, it's the American Legion in 5th place. 4th place, Pappy's Cafe in Coon Rapids, 69,000 points. Now we get into that reigning champion. They just tied it up with another location. We got a 2-way tie in 2nd place here on the location side of things. It's the reigning champions, Riverboat Depot in Sartell, and we got Corner Bar in Goodhue tied up with 72,000 points. Now they're both looking up at the number 1 location in the 75,000 point club with 80,000 points in St. Paul. It's Country Lounge, our number 1 location.
Yeah, good job, Country Lounge, and good job to these players already getting after in this game of Vikings victory. You got Lucky 7 getting out to an early lead in 1st place. In 2nd place, we got Rhoda. 3rd place, Lucky 7, as Meniar was able to take over that 1st place spot. 4th place, Bam Bam. In 6th place, we got Rough Rough. In 7th place, Jay Stevens, 8th place player. And in 9th place, Loba.
Nicely done, guys. We do have 2 jackpots on the line. You got a $1,308 jackpot and a $145. Always got those jackpots on the line when we're playing Vikings victory in this PGL setting.
Oh, yeah, but we got some celebrity birthdays to go over.
Yeah, super fun
Yeah,
ones.
definitely like the celebrity birthday. Born in 1765, we got Eli Whitney, inventor, invented the cotton gin.
Yeah, super important invention.
Yeah. Wouldn't have a lot of clothes without it.
That's correct. Born in 1925, just the coolest cat around, if you know what I'm saying. Sammy Davis Jr. He's a vaudeville stage and a screen singer. He did the Candyman can. Dancer, actor. He was one of the stars in Ocean's 11 and the original Ocean's 11.
Oh, yes.
And, of course, he's part of that Rat Pack. I talked about it on every broadcast. Just those guys were just so cool. They're smoking a cigarette, drinking a scotch, hanging out in Vegas. You know, they're just like him and Frank Sinatra and all those guys. Sammy Davis Jr. is just one of the coolest guys ever.
Oh, definitely. He was one of those guys that talked like this, man. Like,
yeah, baby. You know, just
that's awesome. I just absolutely love that whole a bunch of celebrities were like that at that time. Like, right. I felt like there was a group of celebrities that all like had that kind of accent, had that kind of demeanor towards them. I totally miss it. I mean, that thing,
so cool.
It was so chillaxed, cool. Like, you were the just coolest cat in town, and you didn't need to prove it. Like,
no, you just were cool.
Yeah, no, you were just cool by being you. Sammy Davis Jr. You definitely were cool just by being you. Born in 1933, we got Flip Wilson, actor and comedian, was part of the Flip Wilson Show.
Yeah, super funny guy. Very, very funny comedian.
That's
sure.
That's a great name to be a comedian.
Oh yeah, Flip Wilson. I mean, you just are funny just by. Yeah, I mean, if you meet a guy and he says, you say, "What's your name?" You're like, "I'm Flip Wilson." You go, "Yeah, this is probably a pretty funny guy."
Yeah, this guy seems like a pretty funny guy. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Was also in Charlie and Company. Was a part of a couple TV shows as well. Just a really funny guy.
Absolutely. Well, born just 10 years later in 1943, super talented musician, singer, songwriter, poet, just super talented guy. Jim Morrison, he was the lead singer for The Doors. Happy birthday, Jim Morrison.
I'm not familiar with the Doors.
Oh, okay. I think you'll recognize him as soon as you see him. There's been movies made about Jim Morrison. And,
okay. Yeah, he's definitely got that iconic look to him.
Yeah. Riders on the Storm.
Light My Fire, Roadhouse Blues. Big time singer-songwriter.
Yeah, you'd recognize a bunch of the Doors songs. Big time.
Born in 1953, we got Kim
Basinger.
Was an actress.
Yeah, she's a big-time actress. She was. We looked up the movies earlier, Ben and I, and just a ton of stuff. You're gonna recognize her as soon as you see her.
Yeah, definitely know the face because I mean, is iconic from the Batman series.
Oh yeah, she's iconic for the Batman series. She was the mom, I think, in 8 Mile with Eminem.
Okay.
L.A. Confidential, a huge movie. 9.5 Weeks. She was in a James Bond movie. She was the beauty in The Natural.
50 Shades Darker.
Oh yeah. She's been the pretty lady and the pretty older lady in a ton of old movies.
Oh yeah, deservedly so. Very good looking woman.
Yes. Then you got born on the same day, same year, the screaming, inappropriate, funny comedian Sam Kinison. He was this comedian that had this pace of where he'd kind of talk softly about a subject, and then all of a sudden start
blow up.
Yes. And he was a big time comedian for a little while, and just totally irrelevant. If you've never heard of him and you go to check out like a clip of him, just be ready for it's not politically correct.
Yeah, that seems absolutely crazy. A happy birthday. Next celebrity birthday, born in 1962, we got Steve Elkington, golfer, was a PGA champion in 1995 and a 10-time PGA Tour title. Got 10 PGA Tour titles.
Yeah, no, so a big-time golfer. You got it done.
Yeah, you win 10 of them. You do pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. Born 2 years later in 1964, big-time actress Terry Hatcher. She was in Lois and Clark. She was Lois in that Superman-based TV series. It was also a big-time actress in Desperate Housewives. I've said this on all the broadcasts. She's also probably one of the most iconic episodes where she played a potential girlfriend of Seinfeld on a Seinfeld episode.
Oh,
just
really?
Absolutely iconic. You have to check out the episode if you ever want to see it.
That's hilarious. Definitely. I mean, when you're a part of a big show like Desperate Housewives, which is, so many. I feel like that's a lot of people's like Office. You know how like I've watched The Office probably around 6 or 7 times.
Oh yeah.
All the way through,
Yeah.
and I unironically will watch it all the way through another time.
Yeah.
Like I
I watched The Office unlimited. Yeah.
Like really just as unlimited. I know people that are that same way with Desperate Housewives.
Yeah, you got to be more into the soap opera type shows.
Oh yeah,
than a comedy.
But there are people that they rewatch. They've rewatched Desperate Housewives a million different times.
Yeah, I could not do that, but I know
me neither.
people love that show.
Next, born in 1966, we got Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead
O'Connor.
Yeah.
Singer, songwriter. Nothing to compare to you.
Nothing compares to you. Iconic quarterback coming up, born in 1967, was the Jeff was the Jay Cutler of his time.
Really?
Just the unbelievable strong arm quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts for super, super long time. Ultra talented, but never lived up to his potential. Kind of always considered to kind of have a little bit of an attitude.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, just a fun guy to watch, though. I mean, he could absolutely sling it.
Oh, yeah.
Had a little bit of Ryan Fitzpatrick in him, too, where, like, he'd just go off for games.
And you pull it out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, we got another great quarterback coming up on the celebrity birthday list. And this guy is surprisingly one of the funniest trash talkers of the entire I've ever heard in the NFL.
Yeah.
But we got a winner on this one to go over.
LLB over at Leonard's Coon Rapids, winning $87 and winning the first place. Actually winning $251.
Woo.
Yeah, $251, I believe. I believe, for LLB over in Leonard's Coon Rapids. Congratulations on that big win and a bunch of PGL points. And that means we're done with our PGL games.
Yes.
For the broadcast, we're going to be getting enrolled here. 5 minutes to get enrolled into our last game of the broadcast. It's our big jackpot jungle game.
Oh yeah, well, this next quarterback that we're about to talk about, he is one of those quarterbacks that I think if his situation was flipped like it was going to be,
yes,
he would be in the Hall of Fame as well.
Yeah, do you think he's a Hall of Famer? I mean, I know I'm asking before you even announced his name.
Well, I think he's better than Eli Manning.
Yes,
which I think Eli Manning,
same draft class. Yep.
Eli Manning is going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But the guy born in 1981, it's Phillip Rivers, NFL QB. I do not think he'll ever get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I hope he does, just because I really like him. He's a Hall of Fame person.
Oh yeah, I mean, a great dude, a super big family man.
Yeah.
You talk to him, you hear him, and you're like, oh, I'd go send my kids over to go hang out at his house. Like, it would be a nice
good dude.
Yeah, it just seems like a really good guy, but is also one of the funniest trash talkers in the entire NFL.
He had a love for the game.
Oh yes,
but he didn't cuss. So he's great trash talk. Like him mic'd up is awesome.
Oh, it's great because it's just like the nicest version of trash talking you'll ever hear. Like he's still being mean and he's still like talking trash between these people, but he's just like doing it in a very like nice way where it doesn't sound super aggressive.
No, it's super awesome to watch. If you ever get a chance, watch him mic'd up with Phillip Rivers. Super happy birthday, Phillip Rivers. Just great. He's now a high school football coach. Just a good guy.
Yeah.
Born 1 year later in 1982. Very entertaining performer. Nicki Minaj. She's a rapper, singer. She did Super Bass and Starships.
Yeah, definitely one of the best performers of the period of time. I mean, I at least I think so. I'm not a huge Nicki Minaj fan, but I feel like she to be at the top of to still be one of the top performers, and I feel like you at this point you got to kind of stop relying on your looks. I don't know, like the fact that she's still on the top of like the female leader artists.
Yeah, she sells records. That's for sure.
Yeah, she's kind of like the Drake of female artists. Like
yeah, she's still there.
Like where she just remains on top and just keeps on producing like a lot of hits. And you're just I'm not a huge fan, but I'm just impressed with what they're doing. Like
the longevity. Yeah, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it is super impressive. Next celebrity is another guy that you talk about longevity with. Born in 1985. You didn't think he was going to have longevity, but he has had a revamp of his career late. It's Dwight Howard, an NBA center.
And I think he's underappreciated at the height of his career.
Oh, I think so too, because people think of it as like a 2-season mirage or like a 3-season. It was 8 seasons that he was like defensive player of the year, MVP, like the best center in the league.
Best center in the league for a long time.
Like it wasn't just this like little itty bitty portion of the season, like his career. He was for 8 seasons one of the most dominant players in the entire NBA.
Yeah, no, you got to give him his due. The guy.
Do you think he's an All-75 team?
That's a good question.
NBA champion, 3-time defensive player of the year. I think was MVP.
I think at the peak of his playing ability, that I think he's as good as anybody that ever did it. So I'd probably say yes.
Because I think Anthony Davis made it.
Okay. Well, if Anthony Davis makes it, I think he's definitely is.
Yeah, I completely agree as well.
Yeah. No, great player. Really top tier. And we should check in on our Timberwolves real quick while we have a chance to see how they're doing. Okay, they're down by 6. Not bad.
Yeah, let's make sure that's fully up to date. It looks like it is. Yeah, down by 6, 45-79 with 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. So hopefully we can make this late quarter push. But it looks like right now Donovan Mitchell has been having a phenomenal game, scoring 29 points. So we need that guard defense to be picked up just a little bit. But also Boban Bogdanovic, he has 21 points.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we're kind of shutting down Rudy Gobert right now. Only 5 points.
Yeah, so like to see that. Karl-Anthony Towns is having a Karl-Anthony Towns game, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, working towards that triple-double. Anthony Edwards is is a man on a mission with 18 points in the third quarter, and he can get hot in a hurry and can make that 18 points into 40 points points in no time.
Yeah, and nice to see Patrick Beverly back out there, already at 16 points in the game. That's a really nice production.
And he's that
for him.
defensive leader.
Yeah. It's good when he's on the court. Really good things happen from a leadership standpoint.
Yeah, I feel like all the players play better. I feel like they all know their defensive rotations a little bit better.
Yep.
You just see a lot of the mistakes go away. So definitely support our Timberwolves as they are playing right now against the Jazz.
Well, we are in our last game of the broadcast. This Jackpot Jungle $28 line, $28 large ammon, and $8,320 jackpot if we can hit this in 52 balls.
Hey, that's pretty good right there. But let's talk about the twiking zone, as we already went over the player standings one time, but let's go over it one more time, as these are just always getting some shakeups.
Yeah, and I think I did it the players first time around.
Oh,
so,
yeah, 10th place. We got Kick It at Bleachers. 9th place, it's Joni at VFW North St. Paul. 8th place, it's Puts at the Red Fox Tavern. Then in 7th, at VFW Spring Lake Park, we got Loser Dave. 6th place, it's Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon. Loser Dave and Elsa both in the 200,000 point club. 5th place, it's Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine, one of our favorite pilot Pokemon.
Yeah.
In 4th place, we got Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven. 3rd place, SNS at the Shortstop Tavern. 2nd place, it's Lucky Tim over at American Legion Shakopee. And then that number 1 player in the 300,000 point club is Not Lucky at Corner Bar Goodhue.
Nicely done. And I'll just to make one announcement that in Vikings victory, we did have a small jackpot going out to Doug and Rick at Blue Line Sports Bar and Grill. That was a $159 on that one.
Hey, love to see it.
Yeah.
We got a line prize going out, though, to Ruff over at Tootsie's. $28 going into Ruff Ruff's pocket.
Yeah, nicely done. Well, let's get into these location standings in the twiking zone. 10th place, we got our place on 3rd in Faribault. And in the Crescent is Miniger's Sports Hub in 9th. In 8th place, we got Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale. Over in the center, it's Lakefront Bar in 7th place. Then we jump into the 300,000 point club. In 6th place, it's American Legion Fridley. Then it's Maple View Lounge sitting in 5th place. Then we're going to jump out of the 300,000 point club into the 400,000 point club. In 4th place, you got Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub in Oak Park Heights. Over in South Haven, you got Corky's Bar in 3rd place. Then we're jumping out of the 400,000 point club all the way into the 600,000 point club. In 2nd place, falling back one spot, it's VFW Spring Lake Park, who jumped back up. Well, it's back up there again. It's Corner Bar and Goodhue, our number 1 location.
All right, and hardest to pronounce Minnesota town names, we got New Prague.
And it is pronounced, not New Prague, it's pronounced New Prague.
Ah, is that the commonest pronunciation, New Prague?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so New Prague, wouldn't have expected that, as it looks like it's Pog, with it ending in it's Prague.
Yeah.
But I guess Prague.
It's Prague. And then they said, and while we're at it, we're on the topic, if you are from out of town, stop asking Minnesotans to say bag. It's rude. I've never even thought about asking a Minnesotan to say bag, but now I kind of am, except for I found out it's rude.
I didn't know there was anything different about a Minnesota person saying bag.
Exactly.
Say bog?
I don't know. Now I'm curious.
Well,
If they wouldn't have said anything, I never would have asked a Minnesotan to say bag, but now I want to.
Yeah,
But it's rude.
I'm very interested in do I care about being rude? Yes, I do care about being rude.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to be just nice out of their own hearts, tell us what the joke is about the whole bag thing. That'd be great. But let's hop into the Jackpot Hunter standings one more time, as we have created some more ties.
Yeah, we do. In 10th place, we got a 3-way tie between Bobo at Corner Bar Goodhue, Short Bus, and Broadway Pizza, Maple Grove, and Joni and Bleachers. They all got, well, I won't even get into all the points. In 8th place, we got another tie between Michelob and Neeson's Gaylord, and Jim Rocks at American Legion Stillwater. Then we get into a 2-way tie in 6th place. Lulafin at American Legion Shakopee, and Pee Wee at TJ's Tavern on and off sale. Then we jump into the top 5 at all in the 25,000 point club or better. It's Curtis J at Country Lounge. In 4th place, it's one away at American Legion Rice. Then in 3rd place, it's Wolfstein at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Then over at the Corner Bar Goodhue, in 2nd place, it's Bowl. Then we jump out of the 25,000 point club into the 50,000 point club. Our number 1 player in the state of Minnesota, Yags 370 at the Riverboat Depot.
Yeah, good job, Yags 370. Now let's hop into the 25,000 point club in the location standings. 10th place, Heidi Sports Bar in Sedan. 9th place, Municipal Liquor Store in Akeley. 8th place, Neeson's Gaylord. Now let's hop into the 50,000 point club. 7th place, American Legion Shakopee. 6th place, Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. Then over there in Rice, we're going to get into the American Legion Rice in 5th place. In 4th place, it's Pappy's Cafe 2 in Coon Rapids. Second place, we got a two-way tie. Yes, the ties do not escape the location standings. Yes, you got Riverboat Depot and Sartell and Corner Bar in Goodhue. Yeah, they both are tied up really close to the 75,000 point club.
Yeah.
But in the 75,000 point club, we got Country Lounge in St. Paul with 80,000 points.
Wow. Nicely done, guys. Well, on December 8th, 1940, the Chicago Bears trounced the Washington Redskins, now known as the Washington Football Team, in the National Football League Championship by a score of 73-0, the largest margin of defeat in NFL history. The Bears, coached by George Halas, brought a 6-2 record to their regular season meeting with the Redskins in Washington on November 17th, 1940. After Chicago lost 3-7, the Redskins owner George Pierston Marshall told reporters that Halas and his team were quitters and crybabies. Halas used Marshall's words to galvanize his players, and the Bears scored 78 points in their last two games to set up a showdown with the Redskins in the league championship on December 8th, also in Washington.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like 3 weeks later, from a 3-7 loss, they beat them 73-0.
That is incredible. They only got one thing wrong, and that's that forever and always the Bears have been coached by Mike Ditka.
The greatest coach of all time.
Mike Ditka.
Would you take just all the armies of the earth or Ditka in a bat?
Obviously, I'm taking Ditka. But let's talk about the charity spotlight as we are getting our final balls dropped in this game. And this charity spotlight is the Governor's Performing Arts Association, M. Peters. The Governor's Drum and Bugle Corps is a competitive performing arts organization from St. Peter, Minnesota. The Corps has been entertaining crowds across the country since 1927 as the oldest continuous competing drum and bugle corps in North America. I always get so shocked by that. I mean, in North America, not the U.S., not in the Midwest. It is in the entire North America.
Yeah, no, that's amazing, and what an accomplishment. If you want to support that Governor's Drum and Bugle Corps, just go over to Patrick's on 3rd. And they say, come on down on Tuesday nights for trivia, hosted by Church of Trivia. It's live at 7 p.m.
We got Snooky over at Corner Bar and Grill in Winstead, taking that large M of $28. And we got a few ball run-up to be able to try and give out this $8,320 coverall.
Patrick's on 3rd also has Drum Corps pizzas named after the drum corps they support. So that's really cool.
Hey, yeah, go get yourself a Drum Corps pizza.
Yeah, why not? I'd be in. So hey, if you guys want to mail me one, just mailed over here to the mothership. It's a P.O. Box Mothership.
Exactly. But let's talk about these PGL standings, as this is a PGL night, and we only got one more chance to go over it in our standings. Did I talk about players last time?
I think so. I think it's me. Yeah.
I won't be selfish.
All right. 10th place, we got Fishy24 over at Sherry's Sports Saloon. Then at Meddler's Bar and Restaurant, Strumsky in 9th place. We got Wet Santa and Duffy's Bar and Grill in 8th place. Over at the VFW Roseville, it's Nixon in 7th. 6th place, it's Sloppy at Malone's Bar and Grill. Over at Eagles St. James, it's SpongeBob in 5th place. Forget You D is in 4th. At VFW Austin, at the Underground Bar and Grill, it's Razin Brazo in 3rd place. 2nd place, we got T-Mac 750 over at Howie's Corner Bar. Then our number one player in the state of Minnesota, the only player in the 2 million point club, it's over at the Roadside Devoided.
And we missed out on that jackpot. We're going to be moving on to a must-go prize pretty soon. But let's hop into these location standings before we do so. 10th place, VFW Austin. In 9th place, we got the Underground Bar and Grill in Mankato. 8th place, Root River Saloon 2 in Lanesboro. 7th place, Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud, and moving out of the 4 million point club, getting into this 5 million point club. In 6th place, we got Neeson's Gaylord. 5th place, Moose Lodge Way Park in St. Cloud. 4th place, Cabin Bar in Nicolette. 3rd place, Beck's Pub in Becker. 2nd place, VFW Northfield. And in 1st place, Neighborhood Tavern in Effie.
Nicely done, guys. We got a lot of top-notch players getting after it, trying to get this $43 must-go coverall as our jackpot's growing and rolling to next Wednesday. We gonna have a good one.
Yeah, should be a fun, wild Wednesday. Make sure you guys are coming out tomorrow as we have a fun PGL day in store for you guys, because it's our first Thursday game day.
Yeah, we're loving it. We're getting super excited about it. We can't wait to spend the day with you guys. We see a lot of you top-notch players out there getting after it right now here, trying to win this thing, like Forget You D, Chicago Joe Perry player,
And there we go. Chicago Joe over at the Boathouse Brothers Brewing taking home that $43 Musco prize on the final game of this Wild Wednesday.
Yeah, what a great day we've had. Been able to spend the whole day with you guys. Great job. Thank you, all you players doing great work for charities. Thank you, everybody that's been out there playing, doing great stuff. All our studio audience, you, my co-host, Ian, Nikki, for doing a great job on the production side of things.
And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Hey guys, and giving out jackpots is the name of the game,
That's
and
what we
we've
do.
given out 19 during this week. 387 for this season X, trying to make it into that 400 jackpot range to finish off season X, because we only got one more month left.
I can't believe we're already there, but Friday did not disappoint. On Friday, we started off the day with Cruiser 7 over at Ray J's Woodbury, winning $795. But it didn't slow down there. We had Shmee over at Hollydale, 3-in-1, winning $1,850. But that wasn't the end of Friday.
No, it was not the end of Friday, as we also had IBS over at McGilly's Cubbies.
I think it's just like McGillicuddy's.
McGillicuddy's.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Winning $670 on that jackpot. But then I actually was able to give out
Yes,
this
you were.
jackpot out to Bruno to end off the Friday over at Broadway Pizza Maple Grove. It was me and Cup of Joe Jordy, and we were able to give out $28,727 out to him.
Nice job, Bruno, and all of our winners, but we weren't done just on Friday. We took a little short rest on Saturday and came back strong on Sunday because we had Flippy over at Otter Tail Supper Club. I feel like that's really fitting. He won $4,832. Then $1,092 going out to MKW at Blasco's Embassy Bar, finishing off our weekend with great 6 jackpots this weekend alone.
Oh yeah, well definitely make sure you're playing all of our live bingo. We get started right at 12 o'clock and we end right at 10 o'clock, and so make sure you're playing all those fun games. Even the ETAB games have a lot to offer as well. And remember, when you're playing Pilot games, your community wins. Hey guys, and we love playing Vikings Bingo from 12 to 1 every single day, and a little bit of Vikings Bingo on game days as well. But we're always accumulating points towards the Twiking zone, which is always so much fun.
Absolutely, and let's jump right into it on the player side of things. In 10th place, we're already in the 100,000 point club because we got Kick It at Bleachers with 142,000 points. With 166,000 points over in VFW North St. Paul, it's Joni sitting in 9th place. 8th place, it's Puts at Captain Black's Bar and Grill with 182,000 points. With 198,000 points at the VFW Spring Lake Park, Loser Date.
Hey guys, and we love PGL action, and during this time of the year, we get 3 different opportunities for it.
We do. This week, we actually get Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, back to back to back. It's going to be a huge week all week long in PGL. Let's kick it off right away with these player standings.
Oh yeah, and I'm expecting some shakeups to be happening in these standings this week. In 10th place, though, we got Gramps at Gino's Bar and Grill with 1,025,000 points. With 1,034,000 points, in 9th place, we got Drumsky over at Mettler's Bar and Restaurant. In 8th place, we got none other than Wet Santa at Duffy's Bar and Grill with 1,083,000 points. 7th place, Nixon at VFW Roseville with 1,254,000 points. With 1,272,000 points in 6th place, we have Sloppy with at Malone's Bar and Grill. 5th place, it's none other than our favorite pilot player under the sea. It's SpongeBob at Eagle St. James with 1,524,000 points. Then over at VFW Austin, it's a player that we definitely know a lot about. It's Forget You D in 4th place with 1,533,000 points. But the big riser, and it's in his name, in 3rd place, it's Horizon Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill in 3rd with 1,565,000 points. 2nd place, it's none other than T-Max 750 over at Howie's Corner Bar with 1,643,000 points. But then that number 1 player has stayed on top pretty much. Hey guys, and we love playing Jackpot Hunter from 4 to 6 every single day. I mean, we love all the Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition all the way to the $1 edition, but $1 edition definitely has a special place in our hearts because we keep track of those points and we keep track of a great top 10 player list that have been competing all season long.
Yeah, well, you know, the way these seasons usually go, at the beginning of the season, there's a ton of ties, and then it kind of weeds out, and there's not very many ties by the time you get into December. Not true this time around. Season X has been absolutely insane in this Jackpot Hunter standings. In 9th place, we've got a 4-way tie. We got Legend, Michelob over at Neeson's Gaylord, Bobo over at Corner Bar Goodhue, Short Bus at Broadway Pizza Maple Grove, and Joni at Bleachers. They all got 20,000 points. We do jump out of the ties for a second. With 21,000 points at American Legion Stillwater, it's Jim Rocks in 8th place. Jim Rocks, I think, is singing, "I'm so lonely." But he could just win a game and jump back into another tie because in 6th place, we've got it.
There it is.
53 balls.
Hey guys, and the best thing about this thing that you guys are doing, Pilot Games, is that every time you play Pilot Games, your community wins, because every time you're playing, a little bit of the money that you are putting into the game is going to your community.
Yeah, absolutely. And this, we love spotlighting these charities. They're doing great work out in your communities each and every week. And with this week, we spotlighted American Legion Post 167 Wilmar.
Oh yeah, the Austin F. Hanscom Post 167 serves the Wilmar community, area service members, and veterans. They are a veteran service organization committed to mentoring youth and sponsorship of wholesome programs in the community, advocating patriotism and honor, promoting strong national security, and continued devotion to their fellow service members and veterans.
Well, and if you want to support that American Legion Post 167 Wilmar, just go over to American Legion Wilmar. That's the best place to support it at. You can play some Pilot Games, and it's going to go directly back to help that charity.
And one last time, when you play Pilot, remember, when you play Pilot Games, your community wins.
Good luck.
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
I'm a Willie
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Hey guys, and we love playing Vikings Bingo from 12 to 1 every single day, and a little bit of Vikings Bingo on game days as well. But we're always accumulating points towards the Twiking Zone, which is always so much fun.
Absolutely, and let's jump right into it on the player side of things. In 10th place, we're already in the 100,000 point club because we got Kick It at Bleachers with 142,000 points. With 166,000 points over in VFW North St. Paul, it's Joni sitting in 9th place. 8th place, it's Puts at Captain Black's Bar and Grill with 182,000 points. With 198,000 points at the VFW Spring Lake Park, Loser Dave sits in 7th place. Now we're going to jump out of that 100,000 point club and jump into the 200,000 point club because in 6th place it's the reigning champion Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon with 219,000 points. With 224,000 points over at the American Legion Friendly, it's Scrub Eye in 5th place. In 4th place, we got Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 252,000 points. With 256,000 points. Watch your backside there, SNS. Nan's coming for you. In 3rd place, SNS is sitting there at Shortstop Tavern with 256. We'll see if SNS can catch the next player with 269,000 points over at American Legion Shakopee. Lucky Tim is in 2nd place. Lucky Tim's going to have to work hard, though, to catch our number 1 player because they're not in the 200,000 point club. They're in the 300,000 point club. It's not...
7 points. In 9th place, we got Drumsky over at Mettler's Bar and Restaurant. In 8th place, we got none other than Wet Santa at Duffy's Bar and Grill with 1,083,000 points. 7th place, Nixon at VFW Roseville with 1,254,000 points. With 1,272,000 points in 6th place, we have Sloppy with at Malone's Bar and Grill. 5th place, it's none other than our favorite pilot player under the sea. It's SpongeBob at Eagle St. James with 1,524,000 points. Then over at VFW Austin, it's a player that we definitely know a lot about. It's Forget You D in 4th place with 1,533,000 points. But the big riser, and it's in his name, in 3rd place, it's High Rising Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill in 3rd with 1,565,000 points. 2nd place, it's none other than T-Max 750 over at Howie's Corner Bar with 1,643,000 points. But then that number 1 player has stayed on top pretty much the entire season, has had a few slip-ups, but is here once again. It's Devoided at the roadside, all the way with 1,975,000 points. I bet he's in the 2 million point club when we finish up this week.
I would guess so. It would actually be that I think that he didn't show up to not be in the 2 million point club. Always reeling in that amount of points for sure. Well, on the location side of things, kind of big news falling out of our top 10, I believe for the first time in the entire season. Actually was in first place for most of the first month of the season. That's Danny's Dugout in Sauk Rapids, no longer in our top 10. Who jumped in? No surprise here. VFW Austin now in our top 10 in 10th place. Always got those big time players like Forget You D and Sarah.
Hey guys, and we love playing Jackpot Hunter from 4 to 6 every single day. I mean, we love all the Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition all the way to the $1 edition, but $1 edition definitely has a special place in our hearts because we keep track of those points and we keep track of a great top 10 player list that have been competing all season long.
Yeah, well, you know, the way these seasons usually go at the beginning of the season, there's a ton of ties, and then it kind of weeds out, and there's not very many ties by the time you get into December. Not true this time around. Season X has been absolutely insane in this Jackpot Hunter standings. In 9th place, we've got a 4-way tie. We got Legend, Michelob over at Neeson's Gaylord, Bobo over at Corner Bar Goodhue, Short Bus at Broadway Pizza Maple Grove, and Joni at Bleachers. They all got 20,000 points. We do jump out of the ties for a second. With 21,000 points at American Legion Stillwater, it's Jim Rocks in 8th place. Jim Rocks, I think, is singing, "I'm so lonely." But he could just win a game and jump back into another tie because in 6th place, we've got a 2-way tie. It's Lula Finn at American Legion Shakopee and Pee Wee at TJ's Tavern on and off sale. They both have 22,000 points.
Yeah, well, believe it or not, the top 5, there isn't a single tie. So
That is true.
so that is a good thing.
That's right. You know, we have finished seasons with ties in this standings.
Yes.
That is true. So in 5th place, we jump into the 25,000 point club because with 27,000 points over at Country Lounge, it's Spicy Curtis with a J in 5th place. 4th place, 1 away at American Legion Rice with 30,000 points. But what are they 1 away from? Well, they're 1 away from 3rd place with Wolfstein in it. It's Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards' own Wolfstein with 31,000 points. Then with 33,000...
the game is going to your community.
Yeah, absolutely. And this, we love spotlighting these charities that are doing great work out in your communities each and every week. And with this week, we spotlighted American Legion Post 167 Wilmar.
Oh yeah, the Austin F. Hanscom Post 167 serves the Wilmar community, area service members, and veterans. They are a veteran service organization committed to mentoring youth and sponsorship of wholesome programs in the community, advocating patriotism and honor, promoting strong national security, and continued devotion to their fellow service members and veterans.
Well, and if you want to support that American Legion Post 167 Wilmar, just go over to American Legion Wilmar. That's the best place to support it at. You can play some Pilot games, and it's going to go directly back to help that charity.
And one last time, when you play Pilot, remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Good luck.
Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Have a really nice day.
entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.